for example, I trained capoeira, and like my group in Arizona was mainly minorities, you know, and the instructor of the group, he was mixed. He was half black, half white, and like one day he was trying to prove a point how like black people in Arizona didn't know who they were, and he was like, "I bet you nobody here knows what Juneteenth is." And so I'm like in my head just laughing, like I know he playing. And then he was like, "No, who here knows what Juneteenth is?" So I started looking around the room, like I and the black people in the room, like, y'all don't know what Juneteenth is, and they're like, "What?" And I was like, "I know." And so then I like explained the whole thing, and like I just didn't know that people didn't know, that other black people didn't know what Juneteenth was, you know. And this was like circa like 2004, 2005, but I was just surprised that nobody knew. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Meanwhile, we learned that shit in elementary school.
Right. It's just like when Beyonce sang "Lift Every Voice," and like, yeah, it's being sung everywhere now, but like people didn't know what it was, and it's like, how do y'all not know? Like that was at every Black History program, like since like
elementary school, yeah,
pre-K. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like after seeing that, there is kind of like an air to me and like a privilege that I know like now as a black person. It's like, oh, you had the hookup growing up
and you didn't even know,
like, you know what I'm saying, like after going to Booker T. Washington, like, oh, like you had the hookup and didn't even know because I was just every day, you know.
It was just life.
Yeah,
it was life. Like, you didn't know it was like a privileged life,
right?
We had black privilege,
right? And we went we went to the magnet schools, but then we went back home to the hood, you know, and it was every
day.
You know what I'm saying? It was like, and that was normal because every other black kid I knew, they were doing the same thing. It's like, oh, what hood you going back to, you know?
Straight up.